Isn't this cool?
See the red flag?
No podemos ir al agua nunca. Nunca aquí.
I hope you can all hear me, but the most important thing is that Johana and Tim can hear me. Well, I want you guys to hear me too, but.
All right, we're gonna have to use our outside voices. Ladies, gentlemen, Gregory, welcome all to the 11th wedding anniversary of Tim and Johana that we're here to celebrate. Thank you guys for inviting us all. 11 years is a long time, and as audience, you're all invited to participate in this. So the way it's going to work is I'm gonna start picking people out of the crowd, and you're gonna get going on how the story goes. We're gonna try and keep it chronological as best we can. If you get picked, you can go specific or you can go broad. But just tell what you know. And if you know Tim and Johana and know what happens next, that's great. If you're someone who arrived later and doesn't know what to do, you can make something up that sounds about right, and the crowd will cheer or boo depending on whether you're right or not. Or you can tap someone next to you and they'll take over for you. I'll get one volunteer to get us going on when Tim and Johana first met.
Really pretty girl, and the girl was taller than the boy.
Yeah.
Those were the days. That's all I got. The most important point.
And they grew up playing together.
Jake.
And they all had lots of siblings.
Speaking of course,
I don't know anything. They're all lots of siblings. And some of the beautiful girls' older siblings, when they noticed them always walking together, we're like, what?
What is my name again? Thank you. Yeah. And during those years, there were many of the parents who were completely oblivious, had no clue, just thought that you were best friends with Becca.
The first person that I saw who ever said Tim and Johana are doing something or went this fair, are at the store, was John Wagner.
Oh. Wow.
All right. I remember when Tim first told me that they were dating, and he was like, guess who's dating? And I was like, I have no idea.
Tim and Johana have been dating for a few years now. And Johana comes to visit in Germany for Christmas. With Evan also there. Yes.
That's quite the jump there. Can we jump back?
Yeah.
What's because I remember Timmy having to invited Mr. Quesada and Mrs. Quesada out to ask for permission to date. And he was very nervous about that. I remember that. And I think they kind of said, "You want to take it from here?" Or
yeah, so we met at a little coffee shop in Mitla. Tim was already there. He was sweating like a dog. So Lila and I came and sat down, and it was a very simple question. Could he he really liked Johana, really wanted to keep seeing her. Would it be okay if they started dating? I said, sure.
I don't remember how long we dated, but eventually she did come to Germany. We were
first we were dating together, living in Midland, then Johana moved to Oregon, first to Canada, then to Oregon. I tried to follow her, I didn't get my papers, I'm still not allowed in Canada. And so she had to come visit me in Germany for Christmas when I was living in Germany for a couple years, which is where Nikki got us. And we went on this fantastic road trip with Evan Whitman, training around Europe that took us to Paris.
But before you get that, I gotta know.
Wait.
My God!
Got stolen.
And the jam got stolen.
That's a key point.
I remember in any group, and like from the time Johana was 13 and Timmy was 15, anytime I'd see the group of gang, so the whole gang, right? It just took wherever Timmy's head was pointed, and that's where Johana was. He wasn't allowed to be with her, like standing with her, but he'd be always pointing in her direction.
You were in mission, but quite recently at the Ben Robles, and you kept talking about how your boyfriend was gonna come and he's gonna come visit, but maybe he's gonna stay, but maybe it'll just be a visit. And I was like, so wait, what is he doing? And like, how long is he staying? And you didn't have an answer. So then this guy with like dreadlocks and like looking very disheveled arrives at the border with no plan and says to the guards like, yeah, I'm gonna come see my girlfriend. Yeah, I don't know where I'm staying. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, like crazy, and was turned down. And then like I remember like I feel like we were with you and there were phone calls to people in Linden and who can take Timmy in, and he's at the border and now we don't know what to do and whatever, and somehow you got across. And I just like I feel like that was my first like acknowledgement of like, who is this, like how does this even work? I don't know, it was chaos, and I feel like it's still that way. Like nothing's checking.
Yeah, I thought Tim was gonna propose, and I also thought if he was gonna propose, we would talk about it first. Good luck. But what we talked about was that he wasn't gonna propose, and I was like, okay, that's fine. So I just came all the way for this trip. That's fine. We'll see if this continues. And I kind of went on this train trip with him and Evan, thinking, like, this might be it. Like, this might be like the last time we're together because I need to go back to Oregon and he doesn't seem like he has a plan.
Oh, I have to say something about that. I remember cleaning out Joshua's or somebody's room where Timmy had stayed for a shit ton, and Timmy had left a note was there, and in it said 5-year plan, 10-year plan. And one of the things said, marry Johana, and I think you were 17. Wow. And you had marry Johana, as in your bio, right? Yeah, you looked at it. It was like 3 pages.
That was too bad. Just the important
And then they went on the train trip, and Tim did propose. Yay! And on the Eiffel Tower, super romantic. If you're in Paris. And then they came back, we partied with them in Cella. And then they made plans. And I'm sure it wasn't very stressful to make plans to get married.
And now we're gonna go all wedding-y. Okay. Johana and Tim, do you wanna hold hands or do you wanna stand there like this? It is a pleasure to share today's very special occasion with you. Many people believe that entering into marriage is the final step in a romantic relationship. As they see it, a couple meets, gets to know each other, falls in love, decides they want to go through life together, and then takes the final step, marriage. But marriage is not meant to be the final step. In a couple's relationship, it is really just the beginning of a grand adventure that hopefully will be long and fruitful for the couple. 11 years ago, among promises of love and commitment, you promised each other adventure. You've had the adventure of travel, of 3 incredible children, pursuing a faith and a calling, of moving across continents, and your marriage has gotten stronger through it all. You have inspired friends I've been inspired by you so many times, and loved ones through your example as partners. And today you are reaffirming your commitment to each other. May this anniversary and ceremony allow you to reflect on your marriage and God's faithfulness to your family. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may your love, trust, and commitment, respect, care, and understanding continue to increase as the years go on. Tim, will you continue to have Johana as your wife and continue to live in this marriage?
I will.
Do you reaffirm your love for her, and will you love, honor, and cherish her in sickness and in health, for rich or for poor, for better, for worse, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you live?
I do.
Johana, will you continue to have Tim as your husband and continue to live in this marriage?
I will.
Do you reaffirm your love for him, and will you love, honor, and cherish him in sickness and in health, for rich or for poor, for better, for worse, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
And now we will have a reading from 1 John.
A reading from 1 John. Most beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. The love of God was made apparent to us in this way, that God sent his only begotten Son into the world, so that we might live through him. In this is love, not as if we had loved God, but that he first loved us, and so he sent his Son as a propitiation for our sins. Most beloved, if God has so loved us, we also ought to love one another. No one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. And we have known and believed the love that God has for us. God is love, and he who abides in love abides in God, and God in him.
Okay, on your wedding day, you exchanged rings as a symbol of the never-ending circle of love. Rings serve as a reminder of your wedding vows to each other and your commitment to live in unity, love, and happiness. At this time, it is appropriate to reconfirm the meaning as you renew the rings you wear. Please join your right hands together so that Johana's hand is on top. And Tim, repeat after me. Johana, I give you this ring.
Johana, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and commitment to you.
as a symbol of my love and commitment to you.
Now, with Tim's hand on top, Tim, I give you this ring
Tim, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and commitment to you.
as a symbol of my love and commitment to you.
I ask that you remember to continue to cherish each other as special and unique individuals, and that you each respect the thoughts and ideas of one another. And most of all, be able to forgive each other and not hold grudges against one another. Live each day in love with each other, always being there to give love, comfort, and refuge to each other, in good times and in bad. Johana and Tim, today you have renewed the promises and vows you made to each other on your wedding day. You have symbolized the renewal of the marriage union by the joining of hands, the taking of vows, and the renewal of your wedding rings. It is with pleasure that I conclude the ceremony of renewing the vows of your marriage that joined you and bind you as husband and wife. Please celebrate this renewal of vows with a kiss.